Good morning, boys and girls. Today we're going to reread the text Working with Others and focus on the skill Central Idea. So we'll be looking at the topic and key details to help us find the central idea of the story. Remember, here are all of the other skills that we have learned so far in order to be a successful reader. All right, so when we find the topic of the text, we're going to be looking for the person or thing the text is about. The central idea is the most important idea or point about the topic, and supporting evidence are the details, facts, or examples in the text that tell about the central idea. So this is the question on Evaluate that matches this skill. Remember, we were supposed to click on the sentence that best states the main idea of the paragraph. So if you look at what's highlighted here, it tells us that that very first sentence is the main idea, or what the whole paragraph is mostly about. So a guide dog works very hard. It cannot stop to chase a cat or play with a toy. A guide dog must keep working when its owner needs help. It always works to keep its owner safe. So the main idea, or what all of those sentences were about, was that very first sentence: a guide dog works very hard. So that should have been your answer on Evaluate for August. Today, we will find supporting evidence by looking for facts in the text that tells about the central idea, because this helps us figure out the most important thing about the topic. And we are working on asking and answering questions to demonstrate the understanding of main idea to be ready for third grade. Here's what you're used to seeing for our success criteria. So we're going to circle the question word. We're going to underline the important words. You will cite text evidence by underlining where you got your answer in the text. You will eliminate the poor answer choices and then circle the correct answer choice. So go ahead and turn in your orange book and find the story Working with Others on page 41. What do you think the topic of this text is? Remember, it's the person or thing the text is about. So we look at the picture first. We see kids, right? And they look happy. And the title says Working with Others. So this text is about working with others, right? So that's the topic. All right, let's get started reading. Go ahead and turn the page, please, and follow along as I read it to you. You work and play with other people every day. Most of the time you get along well, but sometimes people do or say things that you don't like. Maybe someone takes one of your toys and you are blamed for something you didn't do. Maybe someone calls you a mean name and you feel left out. Maybe you argue with a friend. These things can make you angry. It is okay to feel angry sometimes, and it is okay to have conflicts with people. Go ahead and turn the page. What do people do when conflicts make them angry? Some people yell and scream when they feel angry. Some people even hit other people. Yelling, screaming, and hitting do not solve conflicts. They hurt people and make problems worse. Some people walk away from conflicts. They want to be alone when they feel angry. They need time to calm down. Walking away is okay at first, but it won't solve anything. People need to work things out with each other. People should talk about their feelings. Talking can solve conflicts. Talking can make everyone feel better. We can solve conflicts without arguing. Take turns talking to let everyone share his or her opinions. Sometimes you will not agree with a person's opinion. Listen to what the other person is saying and ask questions. So let's stop and look at this multiple choice question, please, for answering the question about key details. This says, talking helps people. So I don't see a question word here, so I'm not going to circle the question word because we don't have one. Whoops. But I do see important words that we still need to underline in this. I see the words talking helps people. So all of this is important. I'm going to underline. Now, I don't have to circle the question word, but I did underline the important words. And now I'm going to start looking in the text to find my answer. So talking helps people. And I'm scanning the text to figure out maybe what my answer is. So the first one says, talking helps people create conflict. Well, the text didn't say anything about talking creating conflict. It says talking can solve conflict, which is different. Creating is different than solving. So I'm going to go ahead and cross off A, and now it says it solves problems. Well, if it solves conflicts are problems. So I'm going to leave B and look at C. Talking helps people get more angry. Well, I don't really agree with that one. If you're talking calmly, it says that in you listen, it can help. So I'm going to cross off C. And talking helps people be kind. Well, it does help people be kind, but I think the better option for this one is B. So I'm going to go ahead and circle B, that it helps people solve problems or solve conflicts. And I can just leave D alone. I don't have to worry about crossing them all off as long as I have some of them crossed off. So let me look at my success criteria. I underlined the important words. And now look, did I cite text evidence yet? I have not. And remember that sentence I kept going back to that says talking can solve conflicts? I'm going to underline that because that helps me know that solving problems is the right answer. So I cited text evidence now. I eliminated poor answered choices and I circled the correct answer. So I have done all of my steps to be successful on this slide. We're going to move on. Go ahead and follow along with me, please. I'm going to continue to read to you. Use respectful words. Don't call each other names. Apologize when you are wrong. Make sure everyone has a chance to speak. Then you can solve conflicts together. Think of ideas to solve the conflicts. Decide which ideas will work best. All right, let's do this one together. I'm going to read it first, and then we're going to stop and answer this question. If you are stuck, ask an adult to help you solve the conflicts. Ask someone to help who will listen and not take sides. You might have to compromise. Compromise means both sides must give up something to solve conflicts. So, what's our first step to be successful? Okay, we're going to circle the question word, and the question word is what, right? So I'm going to go ahead and circle what. And now let's do what? Underline the important words. So the important words are two ways to solve conflicts. Two is super important there, guys. Look, it's in all capital letters. That means for this one, we should have two answers. Okay, so what are two ways to solve conflicts? I circled the question words and you guys helped me underline the important words. So let's look for citing text evidence. What are two ways to solve conflicts? You can ask an adult, it says, to help you solve conflicts. Ask someone to help you who will listen and not take sides. So an adult will help us listen and they won't take sides if you ask for help. Ooh, do you see that big word in that next paragraph? That big word, remember, is compromise. You could also compromise. So let's look at our answer choices to see if any of those match what we underlined. The first one says ignoring the issue. Has this text talked about ignoring the issue yet so far? No, that's not a good answer choice. Okay, telling a teacher. What do you guys think? Is telling a teacher a good way to solve conflict? No, it's not. Just telling a teacher doesn't solve a problem. So that one wouldn't work for this. Asking an adult to help is the better option. If you're asking a teacher or an adult to help, then we know how to specifically help you with whatever's going on, and we can sit down with you together instead of you just coming up and telling us. So we're going to go ahead and circle C because that's what I underlined up here in the first paragraph. And then D, making a compromise, that's that big word right there in the second paragraph. So I'm going to go ahead and circle D as well. Remember, we have to have two answers for this question because there's a big word that says two. So let's go back and look at our success criteria. The first thing we did was circle the question word and we underlined. Did we cite text evidence? We sure did. Up here in the paragraph, we have two underlines. So I'm going to go ahead and give us a check. Now, did we eliminate poor answer choices or cross them out? Yeah, we cross out A and B. And then did we circle the correct answer? We have 2 correct answers circled here. So we're going to go ahead and get all of our check marks for this. Good job, guys. Now, I'm going to continue to read to you. I would love for you to follow along, please. Solving conflicts peacefully takes practice. Work together, solve conflicts as a team. Talk them out, and everyone will be happy. Dealing with anger. What do you do when you feel angry? You might feel too angry to talk about how you feel. Here are some ways for you to calm down and get the anger out. Look at these steps. First one says, take deep breaths and count slowly. Write down what happened and how you feel about it. Draw a picture. Listen to calm music. Read a book. Take a walk or do some other kind of exercise. Pound on a pillow or stomp your feet. All right, now, looking at this page that we just read, solving conflicts peacefully takes practice. Work together, solve conflicts as a team, talk them out, and everyone will be happy. You're going to answer the question, how do you solve conflicts peacefully? A, allow everyone to calmly talk to each other. B, one person talking. C, being happy. Or D, playing games. Listen to your teacher on whether we want you to do it on paper or on Kami. Good job, guys. I hope you have a great rest of your day.